Is your baby quiet, or are they actually happy? Because those are two very different things. A quiet baby is simply a baby who isn't crying. A happy baby is a baby whose brain is glowing from the inside. And that glow, it doesn't come from the most expensive toy. It doesn't come from the right app or the right video. It comes from 5 surprisingly simple things. Things you can do every single day. Things that make your baby happy, not just in the moment, but also at a brain chemistry level. And number 3 and number 5, those are the ones most parents underestimate the most. Let's talk about all 5. We all want our babies to be happy. That's why we buy the toys. We download the apps. We do everything we can to make sure every need is met. But here's what child neuroscience actually tells us. A baby's real happiness isn't found in any of those things. It's found somewhere much closer to you. Before we dive in, drop your baby's name in the comments and tell me, when do they seem the happiest? I genuinely love reading those. Okay, let's begin. Point 1. Physical touch. 110-220. When was the last time you held your baby? For absolutely no reason at all. Not because they were crying, not because it was time to sleep. Just because you wanted to. If you had to think about that for a moment, this point is for you. Researchers at the University of Miami found that when a baby receives gentle physical touch, the brain releases oxytocin, often called the safety hormone. Oxytocin tells your baby, in a language deeper than words, you are loved. You are safe. The world is okay. And here's what makes this extraordinary. That feeling doesn't just exist in the moment. It gets stored. The baby's brain literally encodes that warmth, that closeness. And later, when something feels scary or unfamiliar, that stored memory pulls them back to safety. Your lap isn't just a comfortable place to sit. It is your baby's first home. And the more time they spend there, the more their brain becomes wired, from the very beginning, for security and happiness. Point 2. Eye contact and smiling 220-330. I want you to try something today. Not right now, but sometime today. Sit in front of your baby. Put your phone face down. Set everything aside and just look at them. And smile. That's it. Watch what happens. They'll lean towards you. Their eyes will brighten. They might smile back. And it won't feel like a coincidence. Because it isn't. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that when a parent makes eye contact and smiles at their baby, dopamine is released in the baby's brain. Dopamine is the happiness chemical, the same one we feel when something genuinely good happens to us. Your smile, one single smile, triggers that response in your child. You are, quite literally, a chemical source of joy for your baby. And there's more. The more eye contact you make, the faster your baby's brain develops for social connection. One look from you isn't just a sweet moment. It's laying the foundation for how your child will relate to other people for the rest of their life. Point 3. Talking to your baby, lightly slower pace here. This is one of the 2 most important points. Your baby cannot respond to you yet, but they are listening. To every word, every tone, every pause between sentences. And they're not just passively listening, they are storing what they hear. Researchers at MIT's Language Acquisition Lab found that babies whose parents talk to them more develop stronger language centers in their brains, and they develop them faster. But this is about something even bigger than language. When you talk to your baby, you are sending them a message that goes straight to the core of who they are becoming. You exist. You matter. Your presence means something. That message, repeated again and again through your voice, becomes the foundation of their self-worth. Whether your child grows up feeling confident or insecure, whether they feel worthy of love or not, it starts here, with your voice. Today. So talk to them. Tell them what you're cooking. Narrate your walk outside. Look, That's a tree. Feel the wind? That's what wind feels like. Sing to them in the bath. Read to them even before they understand a single word. They may not grasp the meaning yet, but their brain does, and it feels happy. Point 4. Free play. This one might surprise you, because your job here is to do almost nothing. We love to guide our babies. Do this. Not like that. Here, let me show you. But when a baby plays completely on their own, no instructions, no direction, no correction, something remarkable happens inside their brain. Researchers at the University of Colorado found that during free play, the prefrontal cortex becomes most active. That's the region responsible for creativity, problem solving, and decision making. And during this process, the brain releases both dopamine, the happiness chemical, and serotonin, the contentment chemical. The quiet feeling that says everything is okay. I've got this. When your baby is on the floor exploring something, getting frustrated, figuring it out, falling over, and getting back up, that is not wasted time. That is their most productive activity. Your role? Be nearby, be available, but step back. Let them lead. Let them struggle a little. Let them discover. That freedom, that space to just be, is one of the greatest gifts you can give them. Point 5. Emotional safety sower. More intimate tone. This is the most important point. You can give your baby everything. The best nutrition, the safest environment, every toy, every experience, every advantage. But if one thing is missing, everything else becomes incomplete. That one thing is emotional safety. It means your baby knows, at a level deeper than thought. When I'm scared, you'll be there. When I cry, you'll listen. When I try something new, you won't judge me. When I fail, you won't walk away. Child psychologists at Stanford University found in a landmark study that babies raised in emotionally safe environments consistently showed lower cortisol levels. Cortisol is the stress hormone, and higher levels of serotonin and oxytocin in their brain. In other words, they were biologically happier, not just in how they behaved, in how their brains were actually functioning. And here's the part that changes everything. Emotional safety doesn't come from a special technique. It doesn't require a perfect parent. It comes from you staying calm when things are hard. It comes from you being consistent, showing up the same way, day after day. It comes from being present, even when your baby is difficult, even when they cry for the 5th time in an hour, even when nothing you do seems to help. In those moments, especially in those moments, when you stay, their brain is learning something that will shape them for life. I am safe. The world is okay. I am okay. No toy can teach that. No screen can teach that. Only you can. Warm, unhurried tone. 5 things. Touch. Eye contact. Your voice. Free play. And emotional safety. None of them cost money. None of them require a perfect day or a perfect parent. They just require you to be present, consistent, and connected. Your baby doesn't need you to be extraordinary. They just need you to show up, again and again, in the small, quiet, ordinary moments. That's where their happiness actually lives. Before you go, I'd love to know, out of these 5, which one do you find easiest to do, and which one do you find hardest? Be honest in the comments. You might be surprised how many other parents feel exactly the same way. If this video gave you something useful, share it with one parent who might need it today. And subscribe for more science-backed, honest content about raising children explained in plain, human language.